Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Best College Aid. Welcome back to our channel. Today, I will be sharing with you guys the high school guide for the month of July 2023. We will be sharing the things that you and your students should be doing during the month of July to prepare for college and to be ready for the college admissions journey. I'm really excited to be here with you guys today. I know tomorrow is a holiday, so for those of you who celebrated happy 4th of July, advance, right? Because it's not the 4th yet, but it will be in a few hours. So I hope everybody has any fun plans and, stay safe. Let me know in the comment section what it is that you or your family plan on doing on this holiday. I have no plans yet, but hopefully it'll be something really fun. I do really enjoy celebrating 4th of July. It's a good excuse to hang out with your friends, make some good food, and just have a holiday, have a day off. And who doesn't love that? Anyway, today we are talking about July's college planning guide, all right? The guide for parents and students who are going through the college planning process, what it is that they should be doing during the month of July. But before we begin, obviously, I would like to encourage you to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Our name in every social media platform is Best College Aid USA, whether it is YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You can find us at Best College Aid USA. And, also, I would like to invite you to watch, if you haven't done so already, our free training on the 6 strategies to help your children get accepted to college with scholarships. This free training is in the links, in this video's description, sorry. So make sure that you check it out. Make sure that you watch it if you haven't done so already, so that you can learn more college planning strategies that can help you and your student prepare for college and find the right university. We share some really helpful tips in this free training. So make sure that you check it out. And yeah, let me know where you're joining from. I know we have David in the chat monitoring this live stream. Welcome, everybody. Let us know where you're joining from. Francisco is monitoring our Facebook live stream, so because we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. So make sure that if you have any comments, any questions, you do take advantage of our us being live on the chat as well, so that we can answer your questions. Because at the end of every live stream, I do take some time to answer some of your comments, some of your questions. So yeah, if you have any comments, anything that you would like to say, make sure that you ask your questions in the chat and let me know where you guys are joining from. I know that we have people following us and watching us from all over the country. So, that's very excited. Sometimes we have people joining from other parts of the world, such as Daniel joining from Africa. Hi, Daniel. Thank you so much for joining us. So yeah, let me know where you're joining from. Let me know whether if you are a parent or a student. And if you're a parent, what grade is your student in? If you're a student, what grade are you in? All right, with that being said, why don't we go ahead and start today's presentation on the guide for the month of July for college prep and college planning. All right, but before we begin, I do have a couple of announcements for those of you watching me. If there are any Best College Aid members watching, I wanted to let you know that we did publish our member Q&A session to our platform, to the Best College Aid platform. So if you want to watch that live replay, it is inside of Best College Aid. And remember that as a member of Best College Aid, you guys have access to our once a month, we do a live Q&A session that is private. It's via Zoom and is just for members. Only Best College Aid members get this link to this Q&A session. So that happens at the end of every month. So last Monday, it was the last Monday of June, and that's when it happened. So if you guys want to watch the live replay for that, if you're a member of Best College Aid, make sure that you check it out. Additionally, I also want to let you know that we posted a new YouTube video recently, this past Saturday, titled three mistakes that you should avoid. Don't make these college planning mistakes. I attached the link to this video in this video's description. If you want to watch it, it's on YouTube. If you're watching us on Facebook, it's also on our Facebook page. We publish weekly videos on our page, YouTube and Facebook, and they're very informative, very educational. So make sure that you're checking them out. If you didn't know that, stay tuned, follow us, subscribe to our channel, because we're constantly publishing and posting videos that might benefit you through this journey, or might benefit maybe another parent that you know, another student. So make sure that you are sharing it with somebody who might need it, or just watching it yourself if that is something that you need to watch. All right, so the high school guide, college planning guide for the month of July. Why don't we go ahead and start with the first order of business, which is summer activities. We are still in summer. It is still summer break. So if your student is not practicing any summer activities, is not being involved in any clubs, is not volunteering, is not having maybe joining a sports team, practicing a sport, if they do practice maybe a sport or a part of a team during the school year, the summer should be the time to be practicing, getting better, maybe adding some volunteer hours to their resume. So make sure that your student is, if they haven't done so already, maybe joining a club. It could be a youth program at a local church or at an organization. It could be being part of the Boy or Girl Scouts of America. That is a great extracurricular activity, a club that a lot of students actually do practice and are still part of in high school, middle school, and through high school. And colleges do love to see students who were part of the Boy Scouts or the Girl Scouts, because if the student joins when they are younger and they continue to do it and they graduate high school with maybe an Eagle Scout, they make it to that ranking. That is something that is going to show colleges and universities commitment. It's something that is going to show colleges and universities students who start something and finish it. And, there is a lot of levels, a lot of rankings, a lot of badges that are earned with the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. So if you have a student maybe who is in middle school, student who is younger in elementary school, and they really enjoy doing Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, they can continue to do it and get a higher ranking, getting, more badges, more volunteer hours, doing more with that club, that organization. And it could look great in a college application. It could also help win some merit scholarships. So that's an example. Maybe joining a language club, taking language classes, French, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, American Sign Language. They could be doing that over the summer. Volunteering, it's another big summer activity that we do recommend students do, because not only are volunteering and community service hours great for a college application, they are also a great way for, they're required by a lot of high schools in order to graduate from that high school. So if your student's high school has a volunteer hour requirement, maybe it is 200 volunteer hours by the time they graduate senior year, maybe 100, depending on the high school. And if they haven't started those community service hours, the summer is always a great time, because students do have more time on their plates as compared to in the middle of the year where there are classes, maybe sports, maybe extracurriculars. So make sure that your student is volunteer at a hospital, at a church, at a library. Maybe if you live somewhere by the beach, there's a lot of beach cleanups happening over the summer. There are marathons, half marathons, races, triathlons that a lot of times they need volunteers, to be helping officiate the race and helping, handing out medals, cleaning up the streets after the runners are running and they throw away the cups of water. So these are just examples of volunteer hours that could work, and volunteer activities, volunteer opportunities that your students could be doing over the summer and all year long too, if they want to continue to do it in the school year. And finally, sports. If your student is part of maybe the school's football, soccer, swimming team, basketball team, and they are going to be playing that sport in the fall. Once the school year starts, have them continue to practice this sport. Maybe if they are, they could join a private team, a private club. My siblings and I were swimmers. As a matter of fact, my brother David, he went to college with a swimming scholarship and he was a D1 athlete. And over the summer, he would, since we weren't, obviously we weren't in the middle of the high school season over the summer, swimming season, we'd have practice. We do doubles to get faster, and we were part of a private swim team, and we would race over the summer. We would also volunteer at swim meets. It was our life revolved around that. But not only was it a great opportunity to get better at the sport, practicing over the summer and competing, but once we weren't competing, we were getting volunteer hours. As I said, volunteering at swim meets, volunteering at events, walks for fundraisers, etc. So that is kind of, you can kill two birds with one stone if you do a sport and then you volunteer at a summer event, a summer race. So that's something that we definitely recommend. And that was the first activity that we recommend for the month of July. Second activity or second thing that your students should be doing during this month, if they haven't gotten one, part-time jobs, full-time jobs. It is always a great idea. It always looks great when students have a part-time job on their college application and have that experience just in general as well. Obviously, a middle schooler might not be able to have a full-time job, part-time job legally. A lot of the times, a lot of jobs do require that students are at least 15, 16, depending on the state and on the job. So it could range, the opportunities of having these jobs in high school could range from 9th to 12th grade. Obviously, if your student was a senior and is already graduating and going to college next year, also great to have a job just to save up. That's what my siblings and I did. We had jobs every summer after our freshman year of high school. We were lifeguards, swimming instructors. I worked at a party place it was like a young girls party place, and it was a themed spa / princess sort of party place. And it was great for me, not only obviously because I learned a lot about how to have a job, how to hold a position, how to deal with younger kids. And it also was great because I was getting paid. But since the specific job that it was a party place, we hosted parties and we had to dress up as princesses and had to sing sometimes and act and sing character. And as some of you may know, I did theater in high school. And in college as well. I got a theater scholarship to go to college. So having that job was actually something very, very helpful that helped me with my acting, my improv, and obviously just like singing. So if your student could get a job where they can maybe explore or keep doing something an extracurricular activity, a job, maybe they could get a job at a church, and they could play an instrument at mass. Maybe they could get a job at a restaurant. There's a lot of restaurants that do have like pianos and they'd like to play live music, opportunities like that. So get creative with it. Have your students really think outside the box, and it could be also fun for them because they're doing what they like. I did what I liked when I had that job. So that's, I guess, the tip that I have for you guys is to get a part-time job, have a part-time job, start saving for college. The more money your student saves, the fewer loans that they have to take out and that you would have to take out. Because a lot of the times, if the student has to take out a loan, sometimes, they can get federal loans, private loans, but there's some Parent Plus loans where the student kind of has their parents take out the loan with them. So it could also be detrimental to the parents. So we want to avoid taking out loans. And that's the whole entire goal of Best College Aid, is to teach your student how to find the right college and university that are going to satisfy their extracurricular, academic, and financial needs. So these tips will help you and your student to achieve that, hopefully. And if you want to learn more tips, obviously, don't forget to register for our free training where we explain the 6 strategies to go to college with scholarships. All right, the next tip that I have for you and your student is during the month of July, you want to help your student explore career interests. Maybe this is more, this could be for any student between 9th and 12th grade, any parents of students. We get a lot of comments from moms, dads telling us we don't really know what our son or daughter, they don't really know what they want to major in. We don't know what they want to study. And that can be very stressful. And honestly, one of the biggest things we found out helping families, helping students over the past, more than 3 years is that it is easier, and the students who succeed are often the students who have either know 100% what it is that they want to do, where it is that they want to study, what it is that they want to study, or at least they have a general or somewhat of an idea of what they would like to major in and what they are looking for, what they want. So that's why we always encourage, and inside of Best College Aid, we try to guide parents, guide students, and help them have that kind of self-evaluation, the student, and think, what is it that I want? What is it that I would like to do? So we did have a live stream a month ago, and David talked about 5 strategies to select a college major, to find a major, because we do get that question a lot, and we know that it can be very, very stressful. So if your student is interested in learning this tips, obviously, if you're interested in learning these tips, that live replay is in this video's description. It's also in our YouTube and our Facebook channel if you want to watch that and just understand and learn some of the 5 strategies that we shared in that live stream, okay? All right, so the fourth item on the college prep checklist for the month of July is for students to continue to apply for scholarships. This could be done for students from any grade between 6th and 12th grade, and honestly, even students who already graduated high school. And that's especially for, not for every type of scholarship, but I'm talking about the private scholarships. Those scholarship awards, scholarship applications and opportunities, they are different. Obviously, there's like thousands and thousands of private scholarship opportunities, but some of those are going to be available for students that are in middle school. Some of them are only going to be available for students who are seniors in high school. Some of them are going to be available for 10th and 11th graders. Some of them are available for students who are not American citizens. Some of them are only available to American citizens. So it all depends on the type of scholarship award and the program. But if your student is a student between the grades of 6th and 12th grade, or if they're going into college next year, it's always a good time to look for private scholarships. Now, it is also important for any student, any parent with students in any grade to get familiar with the 4 types of financial aid and scholarships available in the United States, because it is important to know this, because there's a lot of different types of financial aid available, like the ones I just listed: federal, state, private, institutional, and some of them have different processes and start at different points. Federal aid those applications are not sent till October 1st of the student's senior year. Private scholarships could be filled out, looked for, researched, and the applications can be sent out at any point depending on the private scholarship. Institutional scholarships, those are processes that kind of happen in a different points of the student's life. It's kind of like a work in progress, because technically students can become eligible for most institutional scholarships once they apply to a college, but those type of scholarships, like institutional aid scholarships, they do look at a holistic view of the student. And, state scholarships, it depends on the state, depends on the scholarship program, etc. So we do go over this in more detail inside our free training on the 6 strategies to help your children get accepted to college with scholarships. So make sure that you check it out so that you can understand these tips, and you can know how to these scholarship, how these financial aid opportunities work, and what it is that you and your student need to be doing to take advantage and get these financial aid or scholarships. So yeah, that was everything that I had for you today. Those were my 4 July college planning checklist items of the list that I had for you today. Obviously, don't forget to register for our free training, as I mentioned. The link is in this video's description. The video that we posted this past Friday about the 3 mistakes that you and your students should be avoiding, college planning mistakes, it's also in this video's description, and it's also inside of Best College Aid on YouTube and on Facebook, so you can watch it at any point, share it with somebody who might need it. And yeah, let's see. I see that Christina asked, is there a translator? I'm assuming you're probably looking for our Spanish live stream. David was live an hour ago, and it's inside of Best College Aid. This is our Best College Aid USA channel. So our Spanish live streams are at 6 p.m. in our Best College Aid channels, and English is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in our Best College Aid USA channel, okay? So if you guys want to watch it in Spanish, you can also follow us there. But our English platforms, social media channels, it's Best College Aid USA. All right, I don't see any more comments, and we are done with our presentation. So I guess that's it. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Christina. Thanks, Francisco and David, for monitoring the chat. I hope this information was of help and it was beneficial for you guys. If you guys have any questions after this video has been published, don't forget to make them in the comment section below. Once again, my name is Laura Cantu. These were the 4 college planning checklist tips that I had for you for the month of July. And if you're interested, don't forget to register to watch our free training on the 6 strategies to help your children get accepted to college with scholarships. And if not, I'll see you next time. Definitely register for that, and have a fun 4th of July. Thank you so much.